This is our standard setup whenever we're rolling around the fields looking for hog. Rifle at the ready right here. We come across a pack of them. We can just grab on, jump out, and go to town.
Yeah, so this is Cole here, guys. You've seen him in a bunch of videos. Hopefully Billy will show up later, tardy. Okay, today we're gonna try to fix things. We're gonna turn this Tacoma into our mobile battle station. We wanna make this into something that's a little bit more squared away. We can have our stuff at hand. It's not just rolling around at our feet. So yeah, what we got today is we have some panels from Gray Man Tactical. And let me show you what this looks like. We're gonna come around here, I'm gonna grab a light. All right, Cole, you put most of this together. Why don't you walk us through this?
All right, so we've got the rigid monolead panel, or RMP from Gray Man Tactical. We've got the rubber rifle clamps there, and then we've got the S-Tac triple KYWI M length in Coyote Brown mag holders.
Yeah, so each of these holds one 5.56 mag. Okay, go out to Gray Man Tactical and check out some of the various panels that they have and other options that they have available. Okay, now this is their kind of seat back one. This is the one that most people are probably gonna buy. This I think it's like 18 inches by 24 or something. This is a pretty good size, and it's gonna really slap easily onto the back of a truck seat. But they have bigger ones if you want to go under seats, or if you want to even attach to the bed of a truck. If you want to do one of the tailgates, all kinds of wild sizes you can get into. So yeah, our goal is to have everything that's normally just on our laps or bumping around. It's going to be right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put together one of these right in front of you. We have a blank one, so we're going to have one for the passenger seat. That's that one right there. And we're going to have a driver's seat one here. All right, so what's your pig killing rig?
All right, so I'm rolling a Rock River 458 SOCOM upper on a BCI Defense lower. We've got a Bravoco trigger, Magpul furniture.
I dig that trigger.
That trigger is awesome. And then I've got the Bushnell Prime up top, which is just spectacularly good glass for the money.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it costs less than $200 for that.
Yeah.
Well less than $200, and it's actually really quite nice.
And then the Warren quick release scope mount.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm envious of that one. Yeah, this sucker is really sweet. That's an expensive little mount usually. But yeah, you just flip those little levers to pop it off. So if you want to go into iron sight mode pretty quickly, easy to do, and it's going to come back to 0 every time. But yeah, let's go ahead and build out a panel for it so it can have a nice, safe place to live.
All right. So the kit actually comes with the clamps. It comes with the bases that go through the RMP. Comes with your bolts and your washers. Everything you need to get this thing attached.
One of the first things that we did was just put this up against the back of the seat to see where it was going to sit. And from there, we tried to figure out where these clamps were going to go on here, at what height. This small clamp you see right here is going to go around the kind of castle nut area. So you can just leave yourself a little space. That was a good idea on your part. But yeah, it's going to sit in that.
Yep.
And then
that's
you have
right around your buffer tube. And then your larger piece is going to go up around your fore end.
Yeah, so just make sure you're not going to be bumping into the floor of your truck or car or whatever it is that you're using. Get the right height. You're not going to hit the ceiling either. We have plenty of room as we set it up right here, so I think we'll probably kind of mirror this. And speaking of mirroring, we're probably going to flip this around to the other side so that whoever is in that front seat can reach around and grab, like the driver can reach around and grab that one, and then passenger can come around and grab the one behind the driver's seat.
And one thing you really want to make sure of whenever you're placing this is don't try to flip your rifle over like that, because that's going to get in your way right there.
Yeah, good point.
One of the cool things about these, there's multiple ways that you can mount them. So you see they've got 3 screw holes in there. That comes up with 3 different spots where you can attach this plate, on the bottom, middle, or over on the side. So we're just going to make things simple, and we're just going to attach it right in that middle screw hole.
Now you can see that we're not going for the very end MOLLE panel there, and that's actually one thing that I should point out. This is a rigid MOLLE panel, and it has the same dimensions that you're going to have with all your other MOLLE accessories. So if you have a bunch of stuff that you saved up, maybe you have an Alice pack and a bunch of weird stuff on it, maybe you have some of the Ilby stuff, it'll all attach to this. And we're going to take a look at some of the extra accessories that we've been using for a while. But this bottom clamp, that's the smaller one. And like I mentioned, you're going to avoid that final spot because we're going to have a strap that goes through that little slot right there. And we don't want to occlude that.
There we go. That's thinking with your dipstick. Can I say dipstick on YouTube?
I don't think you can say anything on YouTube. Except praise Google.
Oh, great Lord Google, thank you for your blessings and your mail.
All right, so you'll notice that we're going screw, washer, onto the rubber mount, and then finally into the back plate. So that washer is going to help to kind of distribute the force and keep you from tearing up the rubber mount. But nothing tricky about this, it's just Phillips screwdriver.
Now with these having multiple screw holes, one thing you have to make sure of, those are not directly in the center. So if you place them both with that screw hole up at the top, you want to make sure that one's up at the top and one's down at the bottom. If they're both up at the top, you're not going to have the proper distance between there to mount that clamp.
Oh, good point.
All right, now we're just going to make sure everything fits in here nice and squeegee-like. Now right now it is cold in Oklahoma, so these clamps are a little bit hard. They're rubber, but they will loosen up over time. Yeah, that's gonna work real nice.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
And don't worry about the grip that's sticking off the side there. This is going to go toward the inside, so it's fine. And we're going to have plenty of extra panels over there for extra goodies.
All right. Now you've got your two straps. You've got your head strap that goes around the headrest, and then the one that goes around the seat bottom. We'll do the one around the headrest first. So you're going to remove both of your female clips from that. You're going to flip your panel over. And I've already, with the other panel, figured out where these need to go to make it fit just perfectly. So I'm going to use the same setup here.
And you have a bunch of different options for how you can set this up. As you can see, there are slots all the way around.
All the way around this thing.
So if you want to mount that head strap up to the top and kind of hang it, you can do that. You can go from the corners like you see right here. Or like Cole's going to do, we're going to go from the edges right there. Should give it a little stability around those kind of shoulder areas.
When you're putting this on, you got to go back through the closest portion on that buckle. And getting these through here, they did not make it terribly easy, but they did make it secure.
Yes, it's very secure.
And a good pair of needle nose will help you out.
So this is one of the kits that you can purchase. You can purchase a kit that has the panel and the straps all in one, or you can get them separately, but I think you get a little bit of a price break if you just get the whole thing all together.
After you go through that first hole, you're going to take it back through the back hole.
Okay, show that buckle, that female buckle. One of the really cool things about this setup is that it's quick detach. If you have this panel set up the way that you want, and you want to swap it over to another vehicle really quickly, or you just want to take the panel and run, all you have to do is undo those buckles, which again, it's kind of cold out and they're sort of stiff. But yeah, just pop it off and you can just easily get it out of the truck.
Once you got that on, just cinch it down. You're good to go, move on to the next one.
I like this. I get to be a documentarian and get other people to do work for me. This is great.
I'm not sure how you talked me into this. Oh, wait, I know.
Dude, there's a bunny right behind you.
What?
Oh, he just took off. Shoot, missed him.
Shoot! What?
Yeah. Oh, 458 SOCOM versus a little field bunny.
Don't poach kids. And that was with a comma. Also, don't poach kids.
Right, yeah, don't poach kids. I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
All right. There's the top one done. We're going to do the same thing with the bottom. And luckily, they made it real easy to know which strap is the top strap and which one is the bottom strap, because size matters.
Yes, it does, Mr. 458 SOCOM.
I don't like to have to trail my pig. Or deer, for that matter.
Yeah, you've taken a deer with it, right?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
I was going to, but the day that I was supposed to go out, I got sick.
The COVID.
It was not the COVID. This was in the pre-COVID days of the war.
All right, now this dude is a nurse. So you've got every antibody under the sun by now.
I've got quite a few of them.
Yeah, I remember when Allison first started working for the hospital, we were sick all the time for about 6 months, and then we could not get sick.
Until the moldy plant.
Yeah, until the moldy plant. I forgot about that.
Oh, I won't let you live it down, buddy.
So far, the tools that we've used are a pair of hands, a screwdriver, and a pair of pliers. And we do recommend the pliers. It just makes it a whole lot easier to pull that webbing through. Because like Cole said, the buckles are pretty tight. It's meant to be secure and not necessarily the easiest to install.
But also not necessarily the easiest to steal.
Yes. Until someone just unclips those ladder locks and runs. The way we roll when we're out there, we'll have, 3-4 guys, and we'll have, just all kinds of stuff in there. Every one of us has a rifle, we have magazines, and we're trying to be legal and safe while we're out there. So we have to empty the chambers and do all that crap, and this is just gonna make things so much easier. Now this right here, this is that S-Tac 3 mag pouch. This is going to be a lifesaver too. So instead of fumbling around for mags that are rolling around on the floor, they'll be in one neat spot. And of course, any MOLLE compatible magazine pouch that you have is going to work. I have some that are really large. They almost work like dump pouches. And we can slap those on there as well. In fact, we could, dump empty mags, do all kinds of stuff with that. All right, I'm going to let Cole warm up his hands, and I'm going to attach this. This is actually the most difficult part of all of it, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah. This one is a little tricky. This has, going MOLLE to MOLLE, there are a bunch of different ways to do it. You get some of these special little speed straps, and these are definitely tight, so we will need the pliers. All right, let's put this right up here.
Yep. Yeah, you can't really tell on video, but it is just barely starting to snow. So it's cold in Oklahoma.
All you Wisconsinites are laughing, and that's fine. Laugh all you want. We'll bring you here for a summer. That's when all the Texans laugh. Okay, well there's one.
Now you'll notice that those speed straps have 2 holes and 2 notches. You can secure it with just one, but if you want it to be really secure, you're going to pull both those tabs through that bottom hole and then tuck that top tab into the second hole.
Which we managed to do with the other panel, and we're going to do it here today. But it is not the easiest thing.
Nope.
In fact, I wouldn't call these speed straps.
Luckily though, the material is durable enough that you can pull on it with a pair of pliers and you're really not going to damage it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it does seem to be pretty tough stuff. It looks kind of flimsy, but it's definitely made of some kind of tough fabric. All right, so what kind of stuff do we usually bring out on a hunt?
When we're hunting pig, we've always got a variety of rifles, usually .223, my .458. We've hunted with 6.5 Creedmoor. which you can see in another video. Kyle got an awesome running shot on a hog. You don't get to see the shot, unfortunately, but you do get to see the end results. And that hog was running at a distance of about 425 yards, and he dropped it like it was hot.
Yeah, that was fun. That was definitely exhilarating.
But then in addition to rifles, we've always got our sidearms.
Yeah. Now, why would we want sidearms?
Well, because pig are hard to kill.
Yeah.
And if you've got one that is playing possum, for lack of a better term, and you walk up on it and it gets up and starts charging at you, you're going to want to have a secondary weapon, especially if you have an empty mag on your rifle.
Yeah, and seeing how tough they were last time, I think I'm going to make my sidearm like a .357 Magnum. That little 9mm. I was thinking about that when we were walking up on the hogs. It's like, would this do anything? 223 didn't kill it.
Yeah, well, if you really want to get into ballistics and wound channels, look at the comparison between .357 Magnum and 10mm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, now my big rifle that I'm still really waiting to prove is that .350 Legend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I've done all kinds of tests at the range with it, but I haven't fired it in anger yet.
Yeah, I found on that last strap on the other one, it helped if you grabbed hold of it from the side, grabbed hold of the tip underneath,
yeah,
and then rotated it to pull it through.
Ah, okay.
There, you got it.
That's perfect. All right, top tip from Cole there. With these, grab and then roll it back and it pops through. Okay, that should be nice and tight. Oh yeah.
That is definitely torqued to German specifications. Guten tight. So we're just going to verify our fit, put our rifle back in, make sure nothing's in the way of anything else. We'll go ahead and strap this down. And that ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, now we have some other things that we're gonna show that we would attach to this. We talked about rifles, you know, we got the 458 SOCOM, 223, and then 350 Legend. And, you know, there is enough room that we could tack on one or two more rifles here if we absolutely needed to. But we're going to show some of the other stuff. Now, over here, these are some items that I tend to carry when I'm out hunting. This is a little wallet that in it I have a thermometer and compass combo. It has a little Right in the Rain pad. I can put ballistics in there. As you can see, a couple earplugs. This one, probably not super duper necessary, but there's my IFAK, my individual first aid kit. This was put together by my wife, and this has stuff that you know, just all kinds of little things you need. Like sometimes you just get a cactus spine in your finger, and you know, you just need something to clean it up. Now this guy has some serious first aid stuff, but let's see, what's this one right here?
So this is a British gas mask bag, basically. I use this for my PPE for work. I'm an ICU and ER nurse, and in the current medical setting, with COVID and everything, we have to have our PPE. So I carry my respirator, my goggles, extra surgical masks, and anything else that I might need for a day at work. This also being MOLLE compatible, I can just strap right on.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's another way to think of these panels, you guys. We're going to use these mostly for hunting, but they could be used for anything. If you are somebody that's, you know, maybe a first responder, or maybe you're somebody that just likes to be helpful if things are, you know, going bad. Maybe you're a nurse and you want to have something handy in case you see a bad accident, or who knows what other kind of stuff you get into. This doesn't have to be for tactical things. This could be for first aid, all kinds of neat stuff. You know, fire extinguishers, flashlights, a lot of law enforcement applications, of course.
Or even if you're a parent and you want to have a handy place to strap all your kids' stuff.
That's a good thought.
All right, so to connect this, I'm going to go ahead and do the top ones first. just because that's going to be easier. It's going to help it hang. Put that in, and you just tighten it up. Should have checked out. There we go. I was about to say, I should have checked how easy it is to tighten. So, actually, that's got a twist in it, and that's going to bug me.
Yep.
There we go. May need to give your headrest a reach around. There we go. Nice and snug. Then you got your bottom strap. Same deal. Just plug it in. And then to tighten it up, you'll have to do that from the front.
Seeing it attached to the back of this seat reminds me, they make panels that you can put inside backpacks too. Because there are some guys that have maybe a big kind of open pack, doesn't have a lot of dividers and stuff, and they want to be able to, get everything kind of situated inside the pack, and even be able to grab everything out of it immediately if they need to. So they make panels that are specifically cut and sized to fit inside backpacks.
All right, and it's on there nice and tight. Get your rifle clamped in and secured. And these straps have a good bit of stretch to them. They'll go over some big fore ends.
Yeah, and
that's on there. That's not going anywhere.
No, that looks great. That's going to be so much better next time out. That's fantastic.
And one thing that's really great about this is just how easy it is to switch it between vehicles. My truck, for instance, is not a four-wheel drive. We're usually in Billy's truck. It's got four-wheel drive so that we can get around the ranch. And we can just take this out easily, throw it in his truck, and we're good to go.
Yeah, good point. And there are a couple different ways to clamp rifles in. They have some of the law enforcement ones that actually lock to get the rifle in and out. You actually have to use a key, or some other kind of quick thing in order to disengage. But these just use tension from that strap. This is quick access for hunters. Great choice for us.
Absolutely.
Dude, this looks so bad.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there.
This is going to be awesome, man.
Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to work really well for our setup.
Yeah, I'm so pumped for the hunt. Okay, now a couple things I wanted to point out here. You can get covers that go over this entire thing. It's kind of like a backpack cover to kind of keep everything dry, and it's just going to hopefully keep everything just a little bit more discreet if you don't want everybody to see exactly what's back here. Check out their catalog. See if they have a panel that might be right for you. Again, some people have smaller uses. Some people want to do the truck seat back like we have here. You want to go under the bench. If you have one of the larger trucks, you might actually have a lot of space under there. Some people just kind of float rifles around under that seat, but how cool would it be to actually have it attached underneath? Cole, as always, thanks a bunch for helping demonstrate this. Thanks for letting us borrow your truck.
Happy to help.
So there it is, guys. Gray Man Tactical. That is gray with an E, the proper way to do it. Check out the catalog, see if they have anything that works for you. Bye, guys.
Hasta luego.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Even if you didn't like this particular content, go ahead and subscribe. There's probably something coming that's more up your alley. Check out this playlist right here. This is going to have videos in a similar vein to what you just watched. These two videos we cherry-picked for you. And finally, The Social Regressive is on Patreon. So you can become a patron of the Destructive Arts and earn some goodies while helping us to provide high-quality videos just by kicking us a few bucks a month. Thanks a bunch for your patronage.